Now, this is the Rastafari Rat Samurai. Never leaving you dry in your eye. I approve this message. Nationwide scene. We are here at Down to Earth Podcast, and we have a special guest here from the Steady Mobbin family, and she's the one and only Brooklyn.
Hey, how y'all doing?
How you feeling, girl?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great.
Man, I've been watching you. I've been watching you even before Steady Mobbin, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? I seen how I knew about you. I don't know. I seen it on a blog, and you said, when I'm in Toronto, I'm in Brooklyn. And when I'm in New York, I'm in Toronto. I went, okay. All right, that can work for me. That could work. All right. I'm saying, so I'm like seeing some blogging and stuff like that. I'm seeing you doing different things. And then after I see you, like, one of the backup dancers of Destiny there, Tori Lynn's sis right there, and everything. Like, you're all over the place. And then all of a sudden, I see you on this next podcast, Steady Mobbin. Since what, January?
Yeah, around there.
So how's the journey been ever since?
At Steady Mobbin?
Yeah, well, before that, I would have to say, I know that you have your own YouTube channel.
Yeah, with World Entertainment TV. Yeah.
Tell me a little
Brooklyn's
about that.
Talk.
That was going on before Steady Mobbin. No?
Yeah, way before Steady Mobbin.
Tell me a little about that.
I met, shout out to Kevin, my production manager and my producer and my camera guy, my everything. Like, he's so dope. Yeah, he came to me. I met him through a guy named I don't want to remember the name,
Okay.
but yeah. So I met him through somebody, and then when I met him, we just instantly connected. So he basically did my interview on the spot, but it was more of a chill vibe where we were talking. So I became his main host for Worldwide Entertainment TV. He actually has they're actually located in Atlanta, New York,
wow.
And I believe LA as well. So I was the main host for the one here.
Okay.
So when that started, he allowed me to be myself. He loved the fact that I was real. He loved the fact that I had no filter, and that
what I love about you.
and that I just keep it a buck. Like, I say the things that everybody else wants to say, but are censored. I'm that girl that will speak first, and then I'll get in trouble last. So he allowed me to do Brooklyn's Tea Talk. So that's where I got Brooklyn's Tea Talk, and then from there it just took off. Right there.
Yo, you have this spunk. You have this spark. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like you have to listen to you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the other day you were saying like some things like I don't know, expectations or something, like with relationships or something like that.
Yeah.
Like if it was a boyfriend or girlfriend, or or different like, I don't know, mother or father or something like that.
Oh, I was talking about boundaries.
Boundaries.
When I was talking
right?
about boundaries, okay. There's two different type of boundaries, right? There's two different type of bridges that people will tend to burn down. There's the small bridge that you put certain people on, that at the end of the day, that they fuck up a lot, and this is before you met them, you heard about them, you put them on that bridge, meaning when they do fuck up, you blow that shit the fuck up and you don't really care about them. Then you have the bigger bridge that your family's on, your relationships on, your co-workers, all that type of shit, meaning you give them, even though they burn off one bridge, you're that type of person that will still be there to help them build that side, because you fuck with them like that.
Yes.
But then they turn around, before they can even build up the left side, they burn down the right side, which leaves you in the middle now, contemplating to yourself, should I help them rebuild any side, or should I keep it pushing?
You wonder why they do that, right? Because they feel that, well, maybe I'm closer to them, I'm obligated to do that, or I'm allowed to.
Facts. It's like your siblings, for instance. Your brother or your sister is gonna fuck with you on a different level and push your buttons because they know you're my brother. So at the end of the day, you may not talk to me for a couple of months, but you'll backtrack. It's like your mom or your dad, when they violate, some way, somehow, you always find your way to patch up with them, and then.
Hold on.
And my best friends call me Bessie. Hold on one second.
Don't worry,
Hey,
we're good.
Yeah, sorry.
Don't worry, we good. We good. Just a little technical difficulties.
Okay.
We all good, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so bridges are bridges, and I tell people all the time, don't burn them. Don't burn them down to the ground, because once you burn them, it's over. And I'm just learning, like, after, I'm not going to help you build no more. At the end of the day, if you burn on the left side, you will have to fix that shit yourself. And when it's fixed, if I want you to come back around after that,
gotta take a responsibility, right?
A lot of people don't take responsibilities for the actions, right? They rather fuck up and then point the finger and blame you for every single
It's
thing.
easier to do it that way.
Yeah, and it's easy for me to cut you off. It's that simple. So like, don't call me when you need a favor. Don't call me when you in trouble, my nigga. Like, absolutely not.
Wow, man. Like, I could see why they want you. You know what I mean? Like, yo, you have this spunk, this energy, and I just love it. You know, that it makes me want to fan all the time, want to watch and listen in and see what's up, what's the deal with Brooklyn next, and all of that. And then after finally I seen what she joined the Steady Mobbin family. Okay,
Yes. Actually, to be honest, I was supposed to be. Shout out to the Mandem show, Gutsy. Like, that's my boy. Like, you feel me? And to be honest, I was supposed to be on the Mandem show first. Like, they actually approached me first with it. But they were doing a lot of changes and things of that nature. And you know, at the time, it wasn't. We felt like it wasn't. I couldn't do anything at that moment. So it's like they were doing whatever they were doing, and there was a pause there. So I'm the type of person, I can't be still for too long.
I can see that.
You feel me? So one Steady Mob hit me up and was like, yo, you know, they pitched, you know, their idea to me. I was like, all right, copy. Let's get it. Let's get it done. Because I believe in helping everybody. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, I don't feel like I should be able to sit on one panel when I should be able to sit on multiple panels, because everybody's content is different, right? There's some where I'll have to censor myself, and then there's some where niggas will be like, talk your shit. And to be honest with you, those are the type of podcasts that I love to be on, because it's just like, I feel like right there, it's so authentic, it's so real, it's so, this is what the streets want. Like, when you're talking to your niggas, you don't hold back shit, you talk the real. So the people that know me in the streets will be like, yo, bro, I fuck with you, because at the end of the day, when I'm in front of a camera, I'm still the same person when they see me outside. So that's what it is.
So you get a battle, maybe one show a little unfiltered and one show filtered, so you have the balance.
Absolutely, you have to, man. You have to take the good with the bad sometimes, man. You can't always be, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, people are gonna push your buttons. People are always gonna have something to say, and if you don't have a rebuttal, they're gonna keep on stepping on your neck, and nobody out here stepping on my neck. Absolutely not.
I'm glad you brought up bubbling. You know what I mean? I've been dying to ask this straight up, goods. I don't care. This is down to earth podcast, and I go unfiltered. Man. My brother knows this shit, and I don't talk shit to make you uncomfortable. I'm just talking the facts. What's going on? All right. So, yo, like, straight up, there was one guest who had a problem with you a few, I don't know, it was weeks ago or a month ago. So, a guest, and you've been with them, Mobbin since January, right?
Yeah.
And I took this in, and I was like, nah, man, it's uncle. Look, I'm a devil's advocate, straight up. I am. I love both parties, straight up, but I have to say it. I don't care. I have to do it. So you've been on the couch since January, like I said.
Yeah.
And this individual.
Yeah.
If you want to say it, I can. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? We love hip hop. You know what I mean? Friday, bless up to him, but straight up goods. I have to say this, man. Like, he said that you had a problem with you being on the couch if he was on the show. You know what I mean? So, and then after you did your rebuttal, and I was like, all right, I was waiting for that. I hope she ain't just gonna stay like muted and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So like, wow. So like, for when the news came to you, how did you feel about that? Like, this is another chance for you to say what you got to say. You know what I mean? Like, on the real, because I have to say it was not fair. If I have like, it's like me and my brother, and I have my correspondence, right? They've been here since day one, and we have a certain guest and all of that, and they say, yo, I wouldn't mind to be on it. Okay, yeah, straight up, okay, no problem, but, you know, let me do my thing and all of that, but I'm not gonna exclude you. You get what I'm saying? I'm not gonna do that. So,
how did I feel?
You know what I mean? How do you feel about exclusion?
To be honest with you, what a lot of people don't know is, shout out to Blast from Steady Mob. Me and him had a conversation before that. So months before that, he came to me and let me know that, you know, there's a possibility that they're going to do an interview with Friday or whatever the case may be. So he already had like a little, you know, he already created whatever he wanted and said that, okay, he has he has an agenda. He knows what he's doing. Don't worry about it. Trust his judgment, whatever. Like I said, I keep telling people, it's not my podcast. So I'm gonna rock with you because I came onto your show. We did not start this team together. So at the end of the day, I kind of look at it like they don't really owe me loyalty like that when it comes to certain things. Because the way I look, I'm a street bitch, right? So I look at loyalty. So I look at it like if it was my man's, it's like somebody telling me like to drop Des. Like Des is my best friend. I would never in my life. Like you can fuck off with that shit. My loyalty lies with her. So if you don't fuck with her, you can't fuck with me type shit, right? So to me, it's like it's your show. So whoever you want on your couch, that's fine. It was just that I didn't know. We recorded the day before, and I didn't know that he was coming on the show the next day. I didn't know that. I knew he was coming. I just didn't know when he was coming, right?
How about it's just the communication?
Yeah, it was. Well, you know, like I said, we spoke about it. Whatever, we let out what we needed to let out, and I let them know whatever. I let them know basically what it is it looks like Brooklyn's throwing rocks and hiding her hands. Because on the outside looking in, me and him been going back and forth for quite some time, and then now I have an opportunity to speak, and they're not there. So to outsiders, it's looking like, yo, all this girl does is talk shit. Like now she has the time to talk to this. Like, and wasn't she just on the show yesterday? Like, what's up? Like, you feel me? So to me, it was like I didn't like that, and I felt like in that case, and especially when I found out what he said, because before I agreed to it, it was before any of this. So when I found out what he said, talking about he doesn't want to be on the show because if I'm there, he's not gonna come. When I found that out after, that's when I said whatever I said. Because now it's like, okay, so how do I know when I'm not there? No one's defending me, and you guys are not. You guys are not like that on that level for you guys to pick up for me, and I'm not there to defend myself based on what he says, whether it's on camera or off. So right there, I felt a little hurt, but then again, I said to myself at the end of the day, you know, people have their reasons for doing things, and I just gotta respect their process or whatever the case may be. And there's two things that I can either do. It's either I can, complain, throw a temper tantrum about it, or be a boss bitch. And just at the end of the day, I know that you're afraid of me. That's why you don't want to sit across from me. You feel me? So I already know, like, I'm a boss. I'm a real boss bitch out here doing real things in my community, outside of my community, whether I'm an influencer, an activist, whether I'm a case manager, whether I'm doing whatever I'm doing, a choreographer. My resume is long. Okay, longer than, okay, so at the end of the day, I don't need to. You said what you said. I said what I said. As long as you don't call my name anymore, we Gucci.
I just want to put the record straight. That's all. You know.
No, I'm Gucci off of that. You feel me? Because
the reason why I had to say that too, because all right, I know that it's him, but what if it's a what if? If another guest said, well, I'd like to be on the show, but if she's on the couch, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying, like, I'm glad that you set the standard and rebutted it instead of not saying anything.
Yeah, that's a fact. I had to, because now they know, like, at the end of the day, if another guest was to say that, and, that line is crossed where I feel like no one has my back, then I have to make the best move for myself. But right now, they're, everyone spoke and, said what they said, and we all apologized, said whatever, and it was like, yo, okay, I know I was wrong for going on Gutsy. Like, I was heated. Like, when I went on Gutsy shit, I was heated. You feel me? And it was just like, it was one of those things where it was like, my niggas, my homeboys were like, yo, bro, like, this nigga's like, how are you, like, not on the show? Like, you feel me? Like, I thought you did it. So I don't know if he thought I was gonna pull up with my hood niggas, or what he thought I was gonna do, or whatever. But like I said, like, the fact that you're afraid of a female, a real queen out here, a phenomenal woman out here doing her shit, and at the end of the day, I'm not gonna take no disrespect from nobody. If you're a man, if you're a woman, if you're whatever, I'm a grown ass woman.
I was just saying what's fair to what's fair. That's all, because I took it in saying what you said. Look, I've been here on the couch since January. Okay, right. Look, we're in the 6th month here. How many months have gone by? You've been on the couch with how many different guests and everything like that.
Julie Black.
You know what I mean? Like, yes. Exactly. So I'm like saying all of a sudden, like, no, that shouldn't go on. You know what I mean? That shouldn't go on at all. You know what I mean? But it is what it is.
It is what it is. We just move on from it.
Yes.
Shout out Steady Mob. At the end of the day, that's my fam. And, like I told you guys, that the family go through shit, right? So at the end of the day, this is one hurdle that we went over, and I'm going to continue to do what I got to do. And like I said, I wear many hats. So one door, like, I do this.
That's another reason why I had to have you on here, because you sort of remind me of, it's like a female version of myself. know what I mean? Because I do the podcast, I do videos, I do droning, I do merch. You know what I mean? I do a whole bunch of different things. You know what I mean? But I'm like saying, yo, boss, you doing your thing. You know what I mean? I love it, and I like keep on going strong, and do not let anybody strong arm or influx, as in make you being intimidated that I couldn't do this or whatever. No, I see that, yo, fuck this, I could do this if I want, I know I can, and all of that. I'm a boss bitch and all that. You know what I mean? I know that you are.
No, that's a fact. And one thing I tell the ladies, and I've been saying this, like, no more opening doors, no more cracking them open. I'm kicking them shits down. So I don't care what it is. The only way that I can know if I'm not good at something is if I try and I fail at it. I'm not going to look at something and say I'm not going to do it because it's scary or because people may not like me, whatever the case may be. I do what I want. I act how I want. I say what I want because at the end of the day, I stay 10 toes down. And, I'm speaking from what everybody else wants to say. Let's keep it a buck. You guys all sit there in my comments and say, yo, bro, I wish, I'm speaking for my people. Because there's a lot of shit that needs to come off of our chest. And at the end of the day, I'm that person to do it. I don't care what room I'm in. I'm always going to represent my community. I'm always going to represent where I come from, no matter what. So, yeah.
That's a def. Man, you had some ill guests on the, like, besides Being Black. Who else you had on there? The one there, Richard Bagante as well. You had on there. Who else you had on there? Like,
had,
some great
Socrates.
Socrates,
yeah,
yes.
that one was amazing.
I
enjoyed that interview. Was like, I couldn't believe it. Like, a legend sitting across from me. Actually, like, it was just dope. His energy, everything about him, like, and he broke it down. He let us, like, he brought us into the world of, like, real hip hop for Toronto. Like, and people fail to understand, like, you guys think a lot of these youngins really feel like Drake or Tory, which shout out to them, but the Drakes or the Tories or the Weekends are the ones that set the precedence for hip hop or whatever, right? And it's not, like, it goes way back, way
Hold on
back.
1 second.
Oh boy.
All right, you know what to do, brother. Yo, John, you there?
Yep, I'm here. What do you say?
All right. Yeah. Soloing right there. Soloing.
Hold on.
Right, like this guy, yo. Can you do it?
Yep,
There you
I'm
go.
good.
Turn your camera on. Yeah, man. There we go. We got shot.
I was waiting for you, man. You asked the fire question.
We started a little late here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's my brother Sean Myrie. You don't know, man.
Can't see you though. How come I don't see you?
No, don't worry. We see you right now. We can solo it right now with
All right,
cameras, man. You know what I mean? What else going on?
I'm all right. You can see me? Bless up,
Yeah,
honey.
man. And you can talk. You can still talk.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
you asked a good amount of the questions, but my main thing is I'm gonna ask her what she thinks about, like, Toronto and like where we're going with this urban music and the whole community, because I think it's a lot of mix-up stuff, lack of education, and we need unity. But people don't want to work together.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. I say it all the time that when it comes to the artistry, everybody wants to do their own thing. If you guys notice in America, no matter what, the J. Coles are messing with the little Dirks. The young boys are, you understand what I mean? Are messing, like, everybody over there is collaborating and showing love to each other, regardless of the situation. In Toronto, it's like everybody wants to do their own thing. Everybody wants to shine. Nobody wants to, like, collaborate with anybody so that person can be better than them.
So
or whatever.
That's the problem with the so-called, screw-based capital business. Okay, yes, that's true, but we need infrastructure to have unity, to have our industry up there.
Yeah.
Is that true? So from what you're saying, yes, you're right. But we need the unity to get onto the map. That's what I think. What do you think, Sean?
Listen, I've been talking about that from time till my ears bleed out, right? So it's like each person wants to build their own thing, but then they think like, look, Rolling Loud left here. You know why? Because they don't respect the infrastructure. Like, not saying everybody has to hold hands, but if you have platforms what's supposed to be part of the culture, right? You're not working together. You're working. You could see that everybody's working against each other. I won't mention any names, but
Absolutely.
now what Brooklyn has mentioned, that situation, what you talked about, right? I don't know. Everybody has their way of dealing with people, but I'm not surprised. You know what I mean? Like with the lady, I think the situation was this. I think you were asking, right? The brother about the ladies. Like, do you guys respect the women, the female artists? Are they getting respected like the men? Are they getting the spotlight as the men?
Yeah.
Yeah, but Sean, yo, check this out. I know that from time it's been a
You gotta
male
fix the
dominated
audio,
industry,
You gotta fix the audio.
right? Wait.
Yeah, you gotta fix the audio.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that yo, it's times have changed. Times have changed. That, like, I don't know if it's if the men them have a problem with women getting on the rise on, besides, you know, the music.
I already know
media,
that, but it's not that what I'm talking about.
That,
It's not that what I'm talking about. That's an individual. So it has to do with the individual. The individual has maybe.
Man, no, it's not
I'm not
only
gonna
the
say.
individual, man. Yo, bro. Yo, it's all about being macho and being whatever.
No, I know that, but I know that, but I'm talking
All of that.
about the individuals. I'm straight up. I'm not gonna say it's 10 people or 20 people. The person who controls a platform, they control what they want on it. So if you don't really want a certain individual on it, right? They're not gonna be on it. If you don't want, even if they could be the best artists, they could be doing all types of great things. If they don't want, because of relationships, then you're not gonna be on it. There's a lot of great artists I've seen, for example, who are not on
Burn your
platforms.
bridges when there's certain opportunities.
Yeah.
Come. You know what I'm saying?
But when it comes to when it comes to the aspect of females and male dominance in the industry, everybody knows it's a male dominant industry. Everybody knows that. My thing with Toronto is that there's a lot of bad ass MC
Yes.
female MCs out here, and they do not get the PT that they deserve. Do you understand?
Yes.
A lot of platforms rather play, as I call it, pop music, where it's just like, you guys rather play this. I'm gonna run up. I'm gonna smoke this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. Right? Then when shit hits the fan, now everybody wants to scream, put down the guns. The man them shouldn't be doing that. The man them shouldn't be doing this. But you guys are promoting it on your shows. You guys have these ops or these people on your show. You'll have one op on the show, then a couple months later you'll bring the same bring the same man that he was talking about on your show after. Like,
I'm gonna react to that what you said. You know, Rock, the audio, check the audio.
What's that?
Sorry. No, keep going, Brooklyn. You're on the right path.
Because that's where the problem lied. And it was like, now that females are hot in the industry, when I mean hot, they're scorching hot right now, right? All of a sudden, all these media platforms, a lot of these media platforms, I can't say all, majority of the media platforms are now, before, when girls wanted to do interviews and were asking to do interviews, people were shunning them, people were talking smack, doing this and doing that. But now, all of a sudden now, when it becomes a trend, all of a sudden now you guys want to show the girls love. I don't like that. I do not like that at all.
Let me tell you something. I want to spot like this, because we stand alone, down to earth. For a long time, all those stuff you've been saying, I've been saying it. My brother later been saying it, and I'm labeled the bad guy. I don't care what anybody says. I've been done saying it, and been. Wait, hold on. Hold on before you go.
Don't be on those sides.
Let me talk. We've been spotlighting. We can't
be on your own side.
Listen. We can't count. I'm not just talking. We can't count how much females been on our platform. I'm really proud of that, because we can't count how much females been on our platform. They don't have to be the biggest ones who have like 20,000 followers.
And it's not only females from here. The females from the States
so,
too.
We always supported the ladies, and I know what you're saying, the art music. I've been talking about all that bullshit what they promote, and then you say when something happens, oh sorry, rest in peace, but then you allow it on the platform. But to their defense, they're going to say this is what gets the views, this is my platform. But you're right, you shouldn't be a hypocrite, and then you're putting on music what's promoting basically self-destruction. So I've been always talking about that. No one's perfect. Yes, there's certain people who are going to be on our platforms who have that type of music. But if there's no balance, then what is that, right? And then this is what I hate, Brooklyn. I want to see if you agree. When these guys, I'm not saying they're all guilty, but when a lot of these individuals are associated with crime, people, to me, are celebrating it, right? And forgetting the victims. They celebrate these guys like free this and free that. Free what? Free what?
Well,
every time these guys get locked up, you're talking about, all the best rappers are locked up, but there's so much rappers who are not.
But Sham,
you're the best.
Know that nowadays, nowadays it's not about it's not about talent. You heard what Nicki Minaj said, eh? Before, back in the day, I could turn on the radio and I would hear talent. Nowadays, when you guys turn on the radio,
I'm not talking about them. They could do what they want. I'm talking about Toronto. I'm talking about Toronto.
Well, yeah,
Toronto, the six. Not in America. They can do what they want. I'm talking about Toronto right now.
Hold on, I know Toronto. Listen, Toronto has a lot of hood celebrities, right? They're called hood celebrities. So at the end of the day, it's like when a celebrity speaks about something, right? It's a trend. Everyone's gonna run with it, right? Because that celebrity said it's cool, or that celebrity's wearing it, so now everybody wants to wear it or talk smack because that celebrity's doing it. It's just like Toronto. There's certain people that when they say certain things, people move. Let's keep it a buck. Like if one rapper that is very popular talks smack about a next op, what do you think everybody else is gonna do? They're gonna follow that trend because he said that it's cool to do that. So guess what? Exactly. And at the end of the day, it's what, as they said, it's what sells. That, you know what's crazy for the guys? It's killing each other and glorifying it. That's what sells. And then on the woman's side is being too sexy, enhancing your body, doing all these type of shit. That's what sells on that side. So
but it's not doing nothing for the scene though. It's not that op stuff. I even told Friday, I think, when I interviewed him, it's not doing nothing for the scene because all the guys who are signed and successful from Toronto are not into ops. Drake is not an ops rapper. Tory Lanez, bless up, he's not an ops rapper. Even like anybody who's an urban star who came out of Ontario or Toronto, they're not talking the stuff what is promoted on these blogs. So they're fooling them.
It's the circle that you have around you, right? So at the end of the day, Drake's circle that he had before he left Toronto, their mindset wasn't on no gang banging, being out here killing people, talking about this, talking about packing up this person. Their mindset wasn't that, bro. Their mindset was, yo, how the hell can we get out of the hood? How the hell can we be able to fuck bad bitches, make a bunch of money, and party with the rest of these celebrities out here? That's what it was about, and elevating. That's the mindset that Tory Lanez has, and his crew, and the people he has around him, and his family. And it's also about your family too. With the guys that are out here, they don't really have a sense of direction. Majority of their peoples is either dead, locked up, or like, you know, are not fucking around. So
what?
At the end of the day, they don't really have people that are telling them, yo, my guy, what are you doing? Like, you can't be shooting up a baby shower, or you can't be Yo, there was rules to the game before. There's no rules in this game anymore.
So now people will say that we're certain media is responsible, right? Maybe for the influence of this. So some people say no, but now as I look at it, yes, because if you're the artist who wants to be in the spotlight, if that page is not if you don't fit the profile what the mass is promoting, you're not going to be promoted, right? So a lot of them, especially young artists, feel they need to do sometimes this art music or get into certain circles. So do you feel that it's the platform should try to at least do some balance? Because I'm going to straight up call them out, because you know me, no filter rock. I'm going to call out the Keep Six Solid, right? We Love Hip Hop, straight out of the six or whatever. There's so much six I can't even count the six. Now, if you're part of the culture, why don't we try to fix this problem by uniting in some type of conference and talking about this? Unless you don't care about unless you really don't care about the culture.
Wait,
if you really care about the culture, you'll come together. That's what I've been saying for years.
That's a fact, and I've been saying that. But once again, how many media outlets have come together? Please name them. That actually worked together, sat across and said, "Yo, let's do something big together." How many media outlets have done that? Waiting, none. Okay, so now we're asking as the media team, we can't even get our shit in order, and we're going to turn to the mandem and tell the mandem to get their shit in order, and we can't even sit down collectively and do shit together. So until we fix the problem within our little circle, that's when we can go out and tell the mandem what to do, how to promote the music, all that type of shit. Because they're gonna look at us like, yo, bro, you guys are a bunch of hypocrites. You guys can't even sit down with X, Y, and Z, but you guys are telling me I need to sit across from my op who killed my brother or killed my whatever, shot up my block, harmed my sister or whatever. You're telling me I need to sit down and forgive this man for whatever the fuck he did, and I'm supposed to do a track with him, but you can't sit across from another media outlet, and you guys are not even about that life, and we can't even sit across from each other.
You know what it is?
Who are really in the streets to sit across from a man and say, "Oh, dog, honestly, let's do this track still."
I think it's going deep.
It's like asking Doobie and Pressa to do a song together. It's never going to happen.
I think it's our community. I would say it's the community, the black community, straight up.
It is the black.
If we can't get together as a black community, forget the music shit. That's what I
exactly.
I'm hearing what you guys are saying, but
you hear what I said,
like
Rock?
to say something. Yes, I heard
you. Can't get together as a black community, and I want all these guys to hear this shit because they run away from this shit because they're scared of mass stuff. If you can't get together as a black community, you can't do shit in music here because that's who's running.
But I want to continue with the.
Go on, sorry.
Right there. It relates. Yeah. So it relates to a group, and you know who I'm talking about. Two men, them who used to shoot at each other's families. Okay. They're best of friends, and they're going around the world and everything like that, right? That's Ghostface and Raekwon, all right? If you watch the Wu Saga, the American Saga, there, all right? Yo, these men are shot at each other, all right? Families, okay? Now they're best friends, okay? So when I see this TO shit going on and everything, right? Men who are going across the world more than once with the group and everything, and they got their shit together. Why can't we can't get our shit together?
Because their mentalities are different.
Yeah, different mentality.
Americans, you have to understand the things that a lot of Canadian rapper artists are doing is mimicking what they see in the States. Toronto all of a sudden wants to turn into Chirac. Like at the end of the day, like when were we shooting up playgrounds? When were we shooting up baby showers? When were we shooting up kids parties? When were we shooting and killing innocent by?
Never before.
When were we doing this? We weren't doing this. All of a sudden now, the trap music comes in, this type of music comes in, and all of a sudden now you guys start listening to a Little Durk. All these guys are saying that all of a sudden you guys want to mimic the same thing. At the end of the day, you guys are not the same, bro. You guys need to understand when how Americans look at Canadians is crazy. And if it wasn't for the Tory Lanes and the Drakes to hold us up the way that they've been holding up Toronto, bro, they don't care about Toronto rappers at all, bro.
Yes, I like what you said.
And
there.
half of you guys, as I said before, you guys need to look at longevity, right? Half of these rappers are only going to be successful in Toronto. I'm sorry, in Canada for the Toronto fact that they cannot travel. Half of these guys have so many charges that you cannot get a passport, you cannot get a pardon, you cannot leave. So to me, hold on, to me, the way I look at it like like this, like the streets. Why in God's name, if you know that Canada is the only place that you can actually be successful and probably potentially make some bread, why would you fuck up that bag? Because
you see,
if this is my home, right? Why am I bringing heat to my house? Why am I doing that to myself? That makes no sense.
And you know what?
Absolutely no
Brooklyn,
sense.
I've been educating people like that over episodes. Rocky, you could tell her episodes, and I'm the bad guy. Been saying that long time. You want a career, you have to have a clean record. That's your hit record, a clean record, so you could travel and you can network properly. But what's going on? You have
Is
to
that the
blame
ending
some of
result?
the old
Isn't
heads,
that one of
though.
the ending
You
results?
have to blame some of the old heads because they can't go. They will ruin it for the youth, and they won't talk like how I speak. That you need to get out of the bad company. Make sure even if you have a record, you clean it up. You invest in yourself to clean it up so you could travel, because there is no industry here. You really want to go out of here like all the rest, right?
Fuck.
She said it. She's been saying the way how we speak and Brooklyn speak is like we are the rebellious ones. We are the rebellious ones, and they'll try to make you look crazy. I see it. I know the whole game. They try to make you look crazy that this person's the angry black woman. That's why.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Yo, you know what's crazy? That's what a lot of people. That's what a lot of people don't understand. I'm not angry, sweetheart. I'm frustrated, my nigga. I'm not angry at all. I'm just frustrated and disappointed.
It's not only frustration.
And it's disappointment, and it's just like, yo, at the end of the day, we as black women, we gotta carry a lot of that baggage. Because when you decide to go out and kill somebody, who do you think holds that family up? Who do you think
the woman
holds that family up, regardless of the situation? You feel me? So at the end of the day, when I'm sitting here and I'm preaching to you guys, it's because I want to see you. I want to be able to go to more weddings, more graduations than I do funerals. My guy, I don't understand why people don't understand. It takes more to bury somebody than it does to keep them alive. So at the end of the day, half of you guys don't even have insurance policies, which you guys are leaving your kids, your baby mother, your mom, your grandmother, whoever's out here, with now the responsibility now to these so-called niggas who had your back while you were you were alive, but now when you're gone, your mom can't find them. When it comes to the funeral or all these type of things, all mans forget at the end of the day. So
that's why people do this thing what they call quote unquote ratting, because when I'm going to tell you the definition of ratting, it comes from mob organized crime. And the only reason guys used to rat, because there was a time when guys stopped taking care of the families. When guys used to get locked up in the mafia, their friends would help pay the rent to the wife, and they would protect them, and in the neighborhood they would help them when these guys are locked up. But now these, sorry to say, our people, they don't do the same thing. When that guy gets locked up, he's by himself. No one's sending him any money. No one's watching his. They're going to go after the baby mother. They're going to go sleep with the baby mother. They're not going to give the baby mother no money. You get what I mean? It's like
the time. Stop talking about. I hate when certain bad say certain things where it's just like, yo, you're holding. Yo, this man helped. Yo, while you were in jail, the man was banging your baby mother, trying to talk to your sister, or doing all this fuckery. They weren't there for your kids. They acted like they had way more responsibility, when at the end of the day you were just the yes man when homie like you were not the actual head honcho when homie went in jail. You started to be the head honcho when nigga went in jail, and you probably prayed that shit on him. You understand? I mean, a lot of these niggas are out not
that's
real.
why they do the ratting.
And I tell them all the time, you guys stay here and you guys violate females, when at the end of the day, some of these females, I'm not saying all, are the reasons why you guys are able to do the shit that you do, because they stay way 10 toes down more than a lot of these fake ass niggas that are out here. I tell niggas all the time, talk about you're the realest nigga, but you lie to your bitch every single day when you come home. That's not a real nigga.
That's not real.
A real nigga keeps it real with everybody.
I don't trust. If you
regardless of the situation, your mom, your auntie, your gal, whatever, you keep it a buck all the way through. Don't come with this half-ass shit, because niggas that are real don't half-ass nothing, my nigga, at all.
Yeah.
So that's my thing for niggas out here. Stop calling yourself real if you're not at all, because it really pisses me off.
Yeah, it's true. Just be honest. I believe being honest, even just be honest. But I'm gonna ask you this about, like, for example, Toronto. We see a lot of males, controlling platforms. I feel that we need more women like you, ladies like you, representing. Much respect to you, Brooklyn, because there's a lack of that, right? We know there's a whole bunch of ladies who are artists, singers, rappers, but we need more ladies. How you feel about that? Especially black women. Let's be straight up. I have no filter. I want to see some black women representing the culture.
We do, and I say this all the time. I've had a female panel before, and it was very successful. And I always said it to Kevin, like, when I get my own show, like my own podcast and shit like that I would have a badass I would have a badass cast with females that are very, very intelligent, very opinionated, very authentic, and know what they're talking about.
The strange thing is, I did wanted to bring that idea a couple months ago. Like, I think from last year, I had a female panel. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm.
Don't get me wrong, the guy will be there, but like time to time, but he's like, yo, you're coming into the battleground, yo, like be prepared. You know what I mean? That's how it should be. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
this is your playground.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Because we are
So yo,
our opinions do matter, and as females, we need to stand up and let it be known. We need to stop. Basically, how can I put this? Stop expressing ourselves behind closed door and actually come to the forefront, because they can't hear us when we're in the back. They need to hear us when we're in the front. And like I continue to say, kick down those fucking doors. Every single time a man told me I couldn't do something, guess what? I kicked down that fucking door and I did it better than him. So I didn't get to where I was by just opening, cracking. I kicked them bitches down and said, yo, bro, it's an all males cast. I need to be a part of your cast. You know how much niggas I went to? I said, yo, to the point of my boy Black's done the place. Shout out to my boy Black's done the place.
Hey.
I'm actually hosting a party at District Lounge in Pickering on July 22nd. Shout out my boy Black's done the place for putting me on. But I went to him like a couple years ago and I was like, yo, I need to be a female. Like, shout out to Nikki Hype, shout out to Lady Hillary. But I always said that they need to pass the ground down to the young girls now. Like we salute you guys. We know you guys been in the game doing your thing. But I feel like when it comes to certain things, you guys taught us certain things. Hand the crown down now. You feel me? So I told Blackstone the place, I need to be that female on your crew that goes and hosts parties, because I know what females need to get them high. And guess what? He put me on, and now I'm
good
the only
pick.
female host.
So now you're not only doing podcasting, you're gonna be hosting parties. But wait, getting a platform on all digital.
But yo, I'm gonna be straight up.
And stages.
Brooklyn, I'm gonna be straight up. I already know you're an independent woman. I want to see you with your own pod, like with your name. I want to see that shit.
Like,
because I seen some stuff what you got on your page. I see
you know, and not only that, I know that you go to New York, right?
Yeah.
So when you go to New York, it's supposed to be all right.
Team Honey.
Yeah, Team Honey, but you know, I'm Toronto. Team Honey, you know what I'm saying? Like it's an alter ego. You know what I mean?
Team Honey and B Honey.
Yeah, like it's an alter ego there, and we do have like a next fam up in New York. There, she's doing her own thing up there in Brooklyn.
That's
I
dope.
think too. Dot Vieira, bless up to Dot Vieira.
Bless up.
If you go out there, we're gonna have to like link you up with hers.
See, this is the thing too with our platform. We never stay local. We never wanted to be no local 6 platform. I hate that shit. It's like it's like an artist. You don't want to put yourself in a box. That's why we interview people in America or all over the world, not just Toronto, right? So I guess we are the outsiders, right? Because we are not doing everything talking about the 6 all the time, talking about all these rappers. It's like a rerun. Like if we were to do that, we would be considered local. People don't know the definition of local. Nothing's wrong with supporting local, but if you're just talking about that, right? How are you calling your platform a certain thing? You should just call it, well, some people do, the 6 this and the 6 that, because that's all you're talking about. If you're talking about hip hop, for example, you talk about everything.
Well, we're not,
and that's not Toronto.
We're down to earth. We are all around the planet. You know what I'm saying? Brooklyn. If I'm talking about hip hop, I'm not talking about just no Toronto business. I just started to listen to Toronto hip hop nation.
Tell her this. We just started re-listening to Toronto shit when we started our podcast 4 years ago.
To be honest with you,
I stopped listening to Toronto
being honest, and I'm being honest.
After Cardinal Official.
When we started our pod like almost 4 years ago, that's when we've been really
listening.
I never listened to no Toronto shit. That's why when they're saying there's these legends
before that,
I never heard of. Like
the greats and all of that, but I was more into like the underground hip hop and all of that over the States and all. Like certain fans didn't even know what the hell that I'm talking about.
Well, I'm trying to tell you.
To be honest, I got into Toronto rap because come on, like Brooklyn, like no, absolutely not. Because I just feel like I said, I feel like Toronto people try to mimic what the States do.
Yeah.
When I go back home, they say the same thing. Like when I go there, they're like, yo, what's up with your people? It's like, why they always try to be like us? Like, what's wrong with these guys? Like,
God.
Feel me? And I'll come back and I'll let niggas know, like, rappers, I'm like, yo, bro, they're letting it be known that they know that you guys are writing their style and you guys are doing this or whatever. They can't, again, if you're gonna do that, pay homage to them. Like, don't just take their shit and run with it. Pay homage. You feel me? So at the end of the day, it's one of those things where it's just like, until we have our own style, our own, it's not gonna go anywhere.
You know what?
Toronto
We
music,
have our own style.
I started to listen to Toronto music, to be honest, from my boy Corey Fella from Finch. You feel me? He's sick. Lola Buns.
Oh yeah,
Sick.
we had her on
Yeah,
the
yeah, Lola Buns. Top.
And do you get me? So when I'm listening to music like that, it puts me into a vibe in a different space where it's just like, yo, this is what I'm talking about, because they're spitting. Then I have the badass bucks that are just out there doing, like, you understand, the roots. All these people that I listen to them not because they're my homegirls or my homeboys, but because they're talking real shit. And that's how I got into listening to Toronto artists, because I'm just like, okay, you guys actually have something to say. Because before it was like, what do you guys really, like, you guys weren't really doing anything. You feel me? And like I said, if it wasn't for the Drakes, if it wasn't for the Tories, if it wasn't for the Weekends, Justin Bieber, nobody would give two shits about Canada.
That's
to be
right.
honest, they think it's igloos and it's cold over here, and
it's
like,
true. Sean, remember when we be podcasting some of the other podcasts over the states?
Yeah.
And we be asking them about underground hip hop.
He said Lola Buns. My brethren said
artists,
Lola Buns.
They didn't know much about, only the ones.
But I'll tell you this. This is what she just brought up.
Know about, like,
those, they put in work. That's why
what she brought up. She just brought up Lola Buns. My guy from Cali, he loves her. He looked her up because I guess I must have posted something, and he said, "Yo," I asked him, "What are you feeling from Toronto?" And he called the Lola Buns his name. Even the song, everything. He was saying he was listening to that, and he's from Cali, all the way down there. So she's doing something. You already know she's working hard. She's always working hard.
Shout out to her brother, Feb.
Yeah,
That's my way too.
And she's out of the politics.
She just graduated.
Yeah, she did. My girl's like a teacher.
Congratulations.
She's so dope, man. She brains, beauty. She can spit. Like, she's very talented. Like, she's. And one thing I like about her, she never changed. She never changed her look. She never changed her style. She never changed nothing. She kept it real.
Yo, you know what? And she's so real.
Always been authentic, and that's one thing I love about her.
First interviews.
Face and toes, all times. I love Lola.
She's a realist. She's one of her first interviews, you know. You tell she's one of her first.
That's it. You feel me? Like, Lola shows respect to people who show respect to her. You feel me?
Yeah.
As long as you fuck with her, you support her, and you're showing real, actual, general love, she will reciprocate that energy. She doesn't feel because she's doing music in LA or she's in the UK and things like that, she's too good to sit down with anybody. Like,
I knew about Lola before the pod. Still, straight up, I knew about her before that. Like, she's one of the Toronto pop artists that
her and Rax
for the pop. Rax too.
Oh, Rax. Yeah. I interviewed Rax.
We know about Rax over 5 years, man.
She's dope. And shout out to, of course, my girl Destiny. She's amazing.
Yes,
definitely
Destiny for sure.
That's my girl.
Destiny for sure.
Oh yeah, sure. Much respect,
man. But yo, can I want to ask this: will anybody be coming up soon up on Steady Mobbin? Anybody you could say?
No.
Yes.
No. To be honest with
like,
you, I find no, not that I know of. Like,
okay.
No, not that I know of. Because right now it's basically I find out stuff like, say, like 2 weeks, 3 weeks before, like, who's coming on and what research I have to do and things of that nature. Because one thing about them that I can respect is they never get you too hyped. Like, they don't want to tell you so and so. Nah, they don't. Unless it's solidified, that's when they'll come to me. So if it's on the I don't know, they're not going to tell me about it. And that's one thing that I really appreciate about them. They don't get me hyped. Like, when they said Julie Black was going to be on the show, Julie Black is going to be on the show because they solidified it. You feel me? So I just waited out and just, sit back and just relax and do what I do until they tell me another guest is coming on.
I'm just looking forward to more.
Yo, let me ask Brooklyn this: if you could be a superhero, what type of superhero would you be?
A badass superhero.
Yeah.
I'll be a bad bitch. I'm joking.
So, Sean, you should be asking this: superhero or villain? I'm gonna be asking that question from now on. Superhero or villain?
Oh man.
Then we get
because everybody loves that boy is bad. It's a trend now. I stay steady with an S on my chest, so I would definitely have to say
So
superhero. 'Cause
now you ask that question: which superhero? If you had a superpower,
if I had to choose,
yes.
what's his name from the professor from
Professor X.
Oh, Professor
Professor
X.
X.
Oh, kinetic
I
energy.
want all of that.
I mean, like, you know, psychic abilities.
Absolutely, and not only that, he was the boss.
Okay.
So they came to him.
You know what I don't understand with
and he saved at the same time. At one, like, you know what I mean? He saved a lot of
brought
lives.
up on a blog. What I don't understand, Professor X could move anything with his mind, right? And anything, right? How come he couldn't move his legs?
You know what? I'm done with you.
You know what I mean? How come he couldn't move his legs?
Maybe he
I don't know.
Maybe he liked the love free life of everyone pushing him
Wait,
everywhere.
hold up a second. He said he's a boss. He's a boss, right? Wait. He's a boss, right? So, yeah, he only can read minds, but at the same, it don't matter. He could do other things too. But what do you mean? Yo, anyway, he fooled everybody just staying in the chair by being a boss. So, yo, bless up the Professor X.
And if Professor X did not be a Storm, there would not be a Wolverine. Like their powers wouldn't be able, like they would be out of control because they came to him for him to be able to tame their powers. Remember, they came to his school
So can I, since we're in the
where he was at. Am I right or am I wrong?
So
all of them, that's where they all went.
So since we're in the superhero realm here, right? For rappers, you know, for nowadays, I think everyone looking towards them as heroes. Do you think they're heroes? It's like the new age heroes?
Most of them
or villains, yeah.
Most of them are villains.
Most
of them are villains that are hiding, that are heroes, but they're playing the villain when in real life you're not. Okay. You feel me? Because when push comes to shove and it's time to test your gangster, a lot of these niggas out here, they ain't gangster with it. You feel me? They say it in the songs, but in real life they're not like that, which means you're portraying a villain, but in low key you're a superhero. Okay. Which you should be utilizing that. Think to yourself, yo, how can I utilize my powers?
It sounds like you watch The Boys. Have you watched The Boys? No. Oh, if you like that, you like The Boys. I watch a lot of series. Them, you know what I'm saying? A lot of heroes and DC and Marvel things. You know what I mean?
I'm just saying that's what it is, and a lot of it's true. Everyone knows it. Like, there's some guys that you look at and you're just like, bro, I know you in real life. You're really not like that. Like, and some of them are telling stories that they see from other people, so they'll be telling your story. Like, I'm rapping, but I'm telling your story because you know what I mean. And I'm not gonna sit there and tell people that's not my story until you call me out. No, a lot of them are gonna hide that until somebody actually calls them out on it.
But that's some of the rap. Like, look, straight up. A lot of the gangster rap, what I grew up with, don't get me wrong, maybe some of the stories.
It was called reality.
They do storytelling, right? So they just twist it up like a script, like you know, Jack Chill, but it's not real names. You know what I mean? And they just twist it up into a rap to make it look good because they know that the real story how it went.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean?
But no.
Look at Young Gunna. Look at Gunna. Let's keep it. Like, outside he was portraying one thing, but then when you got caught up in the system, all of a sudden you sit there, you screaming, and you letting everybody, you violating the whole code, and you doing the most. You were, like I said, he was dressed up as a villain, but he was really a superhero in real life. So Young Thug is a villain. Listen, yeah. So Young Thug, Young Thug is a villain, and he understands that he's a villain, and he's staying with it. No matter how much pressure they put on him to turn, he's like, nah, B, this is what I am. This is what I'm meant to be. And
not giving up.
And he's taking it like a champ, just like Bobby Shmurda. Bobby Shmurda is he's a superhero. So it seems he's not even a villain. He's a superhero.
Who's like Luther or the kingpin of the thing of this whole fiasco, you know?
I'm just telling you, a lot of these boys out here, man, it's just like, bro.
Let's be real, man. We know.
So all of them want to be a Lex Luthor, and all of them want to be a kingpin.
Yo, and none of y'all can be that, because at the end of the day, every Lex Luthor was different from Hulk Hogan. Like, everybody is different. Like, everybody is different, but at the end of the day in Toronto, you guys all want to stay the same, bro. You guys all dress the same. You guys all
it's worse for the one. It's bad for the ones who are not like that.
Now I can't even tell a West End man from an East End man, because everybody's dressing the same in the same fucking fleece text. It's fucking hot outside, guys. It is hot. It is like 29 degrees outside. Please stop wearing hoodies. And then when the guard pull you guys over, you wonder fucking why. They're looking at you like, why is this man wearing a whole tech fleece? It's 29 degrees
It's strange. I was at the bike machine the other day, and a man was wearing a balaclava at the bike machine.
Why?
Like why? Like
And it was a
why?
hot day, like
It's
this.
hot, bro.
Yo, tell me
That's
something.
so
Listen,
gross.
listen.
That's so
She
gross.
agrees. She agrees.
And the
Okay,
security man
wintertime.
came out. Are you
Wintertime, wear the balaclava, not in the summer.
Whoa.
Huh? Everyone's
Wintertime, wear the
like-
balaclava, not in the summer.
That's what I'm saying.
Well,
Like,
yo,
bro,
man,
at the end of the day,
how you wearing it?
there's a time and place for everything, right? You guys are supposed to stop wearing your bubble jackets after a certain time.
Yeah,
I
but-
still see man still trying to wear a bubble jacket once it hits like 19 degrees.
Mhm.
It's not that
But
cold
check this
outside.
out. But when it's cold, they want to wear the light thing.
Thank you. Then you guys are outside
Yeah.
trapping. You guys are outside trapping in a vest and your tech fleece. And then you guys are all wearing your black Air Forces. Do you guys know what black Air Forces mean out here?
Yeah.
That's what the white them look at.
Maybe the word
Thief.
they
All
found
of these-
something to their brains, you know.
Bro, I don't know what it is, but all these videos that I see it's the same thing. All you guys are wearing black. You guys pull down your hoodies down here. You guys have on the same black Air Forces. Like, my guys,
Yeah,
switch
step
fit,
it
man.
up, man.
Switch it up so that the white won't stop you guys. Like, and then you heat up yourself. Like, and then you blame everybody else. Yo, why didn't you tell me? My nigga, why did you wear that outside? In
Yeah.
the first place, it's hot as fuck.
Bring
That's where
attention.
your real ass niggas is supposed to tell you the truth. I'm not gonna look at you and make you come outside with a side bag and a tech fleece.
Well, the only thing
My
I can say to that,
So-
you know, it's a cold world. They gotta stay hot. You know what I'm
You know
saying?
what? And Frownsy, I know you did not bathe for a couple days. Like, fix up yourself.
Oh, Lord.
Like, ew.
Wow.
Yo, we need. I love this.
I
man.
love this podcast because I'm about to talk my mind. Like,
Yeah, anything.
Exactly,
Listen,
exactly,
you don't even
exactly.
want to know what we talk about on there.
so
Down to earth.
I have that question for you guys, right?
Go ahead, please.
BBL or natural?
Natural. None of that fake shit. I don't want none of that.
In real
And
life,
you know what
man.
attracts me? You know what attracts me? Well, listen, this is a man. The intelligence of a woman is attraction. The intelligence. So let's say you have to be ugly or whatever. Sorry, but I mean, you don't have to be like some
Pretty much
not
saying
pretty.
these, IG Photoshop style. The intelligence is very attractive. So when you are mature as a man, as you grow up, right, you realize that more, right? So if you realize the intelligence, especially if you're with a woman for years, right, and you know how some people they cheat on their woman and shit like that, realize the woman you're trying to play games with and the woman you've been with. And if the woman you've been with has that intelligence, what you've been respecting for so long, you should be intelligent enough not to cheat on that woman, even if you have those desires to go somewhere else. You have to be strong. That's my opinion.
That's bad. You know what I said to my boy the other day? I was like, yo, we will take about 5 girls, right? 5 girls, paint them one color. Just paint their body one color. Put a wig on them, the same wig on them, and turn them back way. Do you think people would be able to? And I put their niggas in front of them. Do you think they'll be able to point out their women if they're all like we paint them the same color, their hair is the same, they're shaped all the same? Do you think people would be able to
shaped all this same? How they shaped all the same?
They're all shaped the same now. Tell me what girl don't look like what girl don't look like each other.
You're right. You're trying to all look like each other. Yeah.
Oh, you see?
Please,
So
you know who doesn't look alike? Lola Brooke.
Okay.
She don't look like a Nicki Minaj. She don't look like a Lotto. She doesn't look like a Cardi B. She stands out.
So you're saying that they're all on the assembly line?
They're all. It's just like I feel like the card to get into the industry for females, they feel like they have to build. When people say build yourself up, I don't think they need build the bear.
It's a kit. It's like a
They
Barbie
mean, like,
kit, a special kit.
You feel me?
Barbie doll.
I think they mean like build up your status, build up your followers, build up this, build up that. I don't think they actually mean like build your body to a point where you look like another female rapper. Now it's gonna be hard for you because you look like everybody else and you sound like you sound like them. You understand? When I see Lola, Brooke, you know what I see? I see that she's small, she's petite, and she keeps it cute. Where it's now like for the natural body girls, she's giving us that goal where it's just like, oh shit, it's our season now. It's about time. Like big booty bitches, stand down. Your time is over.
That's why I like.
Big booty
That's why I like.
bitches. Your time is about to come, and it's now. You understand what I mean? That's why the Lola buns. There's a Lola Brooke, and then there's Lola buns. Those Lola buns set the precedence for a lot of girls, natural body girls, that she basically, I don't give a fuck what the industry says I have to look like. I'm staying 10 toes down. So what this is, you're gonna listen to my bars and you're not gonna focus on my body. And that's what a lot of girls need to understand. A lot of niggas are not gonna take you serious if all you can give to them is sex appeal. If what you're spitting is foolishness and all you talk about is your pussy, at the end of the day, niggas get pussy whether you're ugly, whether you're pretty, whether you're handicapped. Everybody can get pom pom. It's not that hard. You talked about how fat your pussy is. There's a next bitch that's next door that has probably a fatter pussy than you. So you continue speaking about your body, niggas are gonna realize, yo, this bitch really doesn't know. Like, she has no intelligence. You don't, like, what are you offering? You're not, you can't switch up your focus.
Limited time offer.
Exactly. You understand? You're limited time, and you know, at the end of the day, a lot of people may like the limited editions, but guess what?
They're gonna get bored soon.
Exactly. And with me, I know when it comes to my kicks, I have, like, Jordan doesn't stay with one number. He went all the way up to 23. So at the end of the day, he switched up his shoe. So why in God's name should I turn around? No, absolutely fucking not. Are you guys crazy?
That's down to
I am who I am. A man told me when I came into this industry that I wasn't getting PT as a host because I need to enhance my breasts and my body and all these other things. And I turned to him and I said to him, you're gonna regret that, because at the end of the day, you guys are gonna look at Brooklyn and turn around and ask Brooklyn to do something for you. And what happened? That same nigga turned around and had to fucking pay me. Why? Because you talk shit. I'm the one that hypes up and does this and does that.
Can I ask you this question? Did you tell him did you have to enhance his body and his his
no, but this was a nigga that wasn't even that good looking. So I understand why you have hate in your heart.
You, so you
no, listen, man, it's one of those niggas that at the end of the day you can tell you don't get pussy. So it's one of those things where now, like, okay, let me try a thing. You can't get the thing and you want to talk smack after. I'm not that bitch. I never fucked to get anywhere where I'm at right now. It's hard work, dedication, and as I said before, kicking down the fucking doors. That's what it is. No nigga in this industry or nobody can ever say that Brooklyn's like with them to get to where they are. So I wasn't about to downgrade for you, because at the end of the day, I knew that I have a purpose. God put me on this world to help people, to be that voice for the young people and be the voice of my community.
Well,
and nobody can ever put a muzzle on this bitch.
I see that.
No muzzle is big enough for this at all.
That's why I had to have you on the season ending here. You know what I'm saying?
Because we're getting down to earth again.
Down to earth.
No, you're more than an artist. What I'm saying, but let me correct myself. An activist and an influencer, content maker.
Yeah. I don't. Shout out to my my hood, Jennifer's, because shout out Jungle, that they made me who I am. Shout out Village, they made me who I am. And shout out, of course, Brooklyn 53rd Church, they made me who I am. So I take everything with pride, and a shout out to my Jamaican Caribbean family that basically keeps me humble every single day. You feel me? So I do what I do. I do for my community, and I do it for my people, because I want change. And the only way to create change is to get up and do something about it. I'm tired of waiting for people to do it. So now me and a lot of people are finally coming together and saying, we had enough. Enough is enough. Put down the guns. And that's all that I gotta say. Nick, you guys know I love you guys. I'm here for you. And I'm gonna be real, and I'm gonna tell them how it is, but it goes to the females too. Like, you guys are worth more than a lot. Like, I see a lot of young girls out here doing things they're not supposed to do to get doing a little, something strange for a little piece of change out here. And I don't like that, because at the end of the day, your body count and everything, as much as niggas say it don't matter now, it does later on. Because if they realize you walk into a room and there's 10 niggas and you fuck at least 9 of them, there's a fucking problem. There's a fucking problem. And nobody can turn to you and say, oh, he doesn't care. He fucking cares. Because if you walk into that room and that nigga and all 9 niggas can go up to him and be like, yo, that's your bitch. They'll be like, yo, I fuck that. Yo, you know all these niggas fuck that? That's embarrassing. He may not say nothing to you at that moment, but guess what?
It cut off the audio. Hour. See that? Bless up. Oh.